Today's Toy Spot, we are having a look at the Marvel Legends Infinite Series Fierce Fighters Spider-Woman. You know, I don't know, it seems a little strange that we would have gotten Spider-Woman and Hellcat in this line. I mean, they could have easily gone back and given us, say, even the likes of Black Widow from the Mandroid series, and they could have just retooled her like they've retooled some of the other figures. It's odd that we would have gotten the pairing of a Spider-Woman in this line. I don't know, just seem. I'm grateful, don't get me wrong, that we did get a Spider-Woman because the figure looks awesome. Just weird that we would have gotten it with such a Marvel Avengers Age of Ultron heavy line. Because, I mean, three of the figures out of the six, are Avengers. So, I don't know. I guess they wanted to kind of mix comic with the movie, kind of give us the best of both worlds. This one does come with the head as well as the other arm for Thanos. On the side, there's some pictured artwork of Spider-Woman. Then on the back, the two figures, Spider-Woman and Hellcat. And thank you Hasbro, for giving us the names of the characters. I think the original series of Marvel Legends, they would just kind of call them the name. They would say, you know, Fierce Fighters, and then they would just leave it to us to try to figure out the names of the characters. I don't know why. The read-up says, fierce combat skills are unleashed when these heroes spring into action. Be on the lookout for the other figures as well. There's the Iron Man Mark 43, the Hulk, Captain America, Batroc, Hellcat, and Spider-Woman. Collect at least 5 of them and you can build yourself Thanos, which technically after this review, I don't even need to really review Hellcat, but technically after this review, Thanos will be built. Spot's going to take a break and get this opened up. When we come back, we're going to get a better look at the Marvel Legends Infinite Series Fierce Fighters Spider-Woman. There's more heading your way, guys. Don't go anywhere. Stay tuned. The first thing we'll have a look at with Spider-Woman, and hopefully she stands. Oh, there she goes. First thing we'll have a look at is the arm that she comes included with, as well as the head for Thanos. Reaching off camera, there is Thanos as to where we've accomplished him so far. So the first thing we'll do is we'll take the other arm and peg him into place. And, you know, despite the fact that the thighs were so hard to get on, Thanos has been one of the easier Build-A-Figure pieces to put together. I'm glad they went the route, especially the leg area, of not giving the entire ball joint as part of the leg, and then you had to put that in, because I always found that was the hardest. Instead, they gave us the option to attach it by the thigh. Smarter route to go. Now that we've got the arms on, now we can also put on the collar. And the collar, there's 2 pegs at the top. Want to make sure, of course, you put the right side on. That's the wrong side. This is the right side. And this just snaps into place. And there should peg in. It doesn't. There we go. There we go. I'm going to say it didn't peg into place very well. And then last but certainly not least, you can go ahead and take the head and peg the head on. And applying a little bit of pressure. There we go. No, not quite. Let's try that again. Apply a little bit of pressure. There we go. Now we got it. I can see that this collar might be the start of an ongoing issue. It pegs in, but it doesn't peg in well enough. It should have almost pegged into the back section here as well. But there you have Thanos. Not very tall, but still pretty impressive looking Marvel Legends. Build-A-Figure. I'm going to actually do the figure review of him later, so certainly stay tuned for that. In the meantime, we'll just put him to the side. Now, as for Spider-Woman, who unfortunately could not stand very well at all, she looks like she shares the same body as Black Cat, if everybody remembers Black Cat that we had a look at. She's a very beautiful looking Marvel Legends, very well sculpted overall. She does have the problem that I expected her to have the problem, and that was orange paint. Orange paint on things, it doesn't have to necessarily be red, but when they go the route of this orange paint, And it seems sometimes that it doesn't go on very well, like especially right around her belly button area here. I got a big glob of paint right there. Areas around the joint, there's a little bit there. It's not horrible, but yet always on a figure that has orange, this really heavy orange paint, there's always an area on the figure where it's gooped on and it's missing or it's smeared. For the most part though, the rest of the figure is pretty clean. Head is quite nice. She's got the long black hair. And this is a figure that we would have gotten a Spider-Woman before, and this certainly is a vast improvement, let me tell you. I particularly like the body sculpt that they go with. The new women bodies for Marvel Legends, very nice. The one inclusion to this particular figure is that she has slots on the inside of her biceps. Now those slots can work with two accessories that she comes included with. One is that she comes with these narrow spider wings. I want to make sure I got the right side on here. It goes on this side. These little wings attach, and they don't attach very well. That's the only downside. Out of packaging, she would come with the larger wings, but she does also come with these little smaller tabbed wings too. And you do have to tab them in, but you really have to fight, I find, to get the wings attached. And I don't even think that's the right way, but maybe it goes this way. There's a couple of times, let me tell you, when you're putting these wings on, you're going to look at them and you're like, is that right? I think that's right now. So she has the option of going with the smaller wings, which I've got halfway done on the one on the figure here. They're so difficult to, let me tell you, they are difficult to put in because you really got to apply a lot of pressure. You got to make sure they're facing the right way too. See, I got the one wing on. I say wing, the one webbing under web on. See, I got the one on. That came on pretty easily. And then the other one would be like this. But it doesn't stay on. They don't stay on very well. Or, what you can also do, the one that was, the way it was packaged, it was also packaged with the larger ones. And the larger ones attach in the same vein. I say same vein, but yeah, it's this way here. Someone's going to say, Spot, you got them on the wrong way. I probably do have them on the wrong way. You are absolutely correct. But let me tell you, they're not easy. Part of me kind of thinks to myself, you know, I almost should have even just left them on. I took them off because I wanted to show you guys how they attach. And now part of me is almost regretting it. I may ultimately even just leave them off in their entirety because they're the hardest things to get on. They should have found some other way to get them on. But like the wings would attach like this, and you'd have them on, you know, on both sides. So yeah, bit of a problem. I don't like having to force to get these attached. There must have been some easier way to get these attached than the way I'm doing them right now. Maybe even like a clip, I don't know. See, there's one of them on there, but boy, oh boy, are they a pain in the butt to get on. And that's how the other one would look. For the rest of this review, see, now it fits perfectly. Part of me doesn't even want to take them off. You know what? I'm going to take them off. Just put them to the side. For the rest of the review, I'll just leave them off. I know she technically suits better having them on, but I'll just leave them off. The figure also, I think, was used for Scarlet Witch, so she's kind of got these spell-casting hands. Though Spider-Woman really doesn't have spell-casting stuff going on. You can kind of just have her more like she's, you know, I don't know. You just kind of have it more in a dynamic pose. This is one of those figures that really could have used a display stand. Sadly, she doesn't come with one. But for her articulation, she does have a ball joint in the head. Nice ball hinge socket shoulders, swiveled bicep, hinged at the elbow, which also rotate the arms all the way around. She has a hinge and bend in the wrist, excuse me. Nice upper torso ball joint. Now, because she is using the newer body. The newer bodies don't have waist swivels, only just an upper torso ball joint. Then for the legs are on a ball joint too. Nice swivel at the thigh. Double bend at the knee. And a hinge in the foot. She's such a beautiful figure. The only downside, like you probably have seen me struggling for a little bit on this video, is the webs. There was just an easier way to attach the webs. Maybe Spot just doesn't know how to attach webs. It's possible. Stranger things have happened. I got one on. Let's see if let's at least finish this review on a high. We'll see if we can get the other web attached. But they should have attached somehow, some easier way than the way I've been doing it. I guess the thing is they want to make it too that it's not going to look ugly. Because you could have just had it, you know, it could have just looped around. Like it could have just clipped on this way, but then it would be visible, and I know that probably wouldn't look as good. Spider-Woman is a beautiful looking figure. It is nice that they included her. She's not really so much Avengers, like movie Avengers at least, but it's nice that they incorporated the comic as well as the movie. Spider-Woman, even though I don't like how the web's attached, Spider-Woman I'm going to give her an 8.5. Today's Toy Spot, we were having a look at the Marvel Legends Infinite series, Spider-Woman. Stay tuned guys, Spot's got one video left, and then we're going to have a look at Thanos. Stay tuned for that. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.